Hey, IDS 302. Good morning. Welcome to the class. It is, what is this? Sunday, October 11th. It is 8:44 a.m. It's probably the earliest video I've done for my classes, but let's get her done. It's a day early. I'll post it a day early. Obviously, everybody knows the class starts tomorrow, and I see students submitting their academic integrity agreement, syllabus quiz, etc. Um, I know I have a few of you from my 301s various times. It's really good to see you again. That way you kind of were known quantities, you know what you're kind of getting and you know what you're not getting, right? I'm trying to get this video thing has always been a challenge, but I'll show you why. I'm a little higher than usual. Let me see if I can do this a little higher than usual. I got a record player. Kids, it's vinyl. Okay, sorry. It's like, why is this dude wasting my time already? I'm also waiting to order the new iPad Air when it comes out because watch this thing. If I just try to get trying to get the exposure right on it, it's horrifyingly bad. Hopefully the iPad Air will work better than my cracked original old iPad here. Okay, so let me give you one of my standard openings. You know, some of you know about me already. I've been an instructor. This would be my fourth or fifth year. I didn't go to college till I was 52 in 2010. I've done everything. I mean, I have a list of 37 different jobs I've had. If you want me to post it, just let me know. It's no exaggeration. Um, done a lot of different things from upper management, lower management, grunt work, migrant worker, salesman, damn good salesman. I've sold IT products, bringing in 3 to 5 million a year in revenue. I I was a sergeant in from Milwaukee County, and I worked for Maricopa County here as a detention officer, and I have been a paid artist. I've worked with Amnesty International. I worked with Bonos.one.org. I worked for U2 when they came to Phoenix for their 360 tour as a photographer. So I've sold my art, actually. I've been a newspaper writer. I've had my story on the front page of a newspaper. I have, let's see, well, you get the picture, right? So I guess what I'm saying is that hopefully I could relate to you. I always think I relate to all my students somehow. Okay. If you've gone back to school late in life, I mean, like I said, I went at 52. I was doing great IT sales. The bottom fell out. I had to do something. I was an artist also. I had just been to, I sold my images from Ghana and other things, multimedia that I was doing. I decided to go to Mesa Community College for a little art history and a little cultural studies. And from there, it led me to Arizona State. And I was thinking, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I just wanted to put my student loans on deferment that I had from when in the 90s from my ex-wife. But, that's just drama. But I decided I liked this. And I found that school kind of wasn't even a fair fight when you have a lifetime of things to rely on and fall back on in terms of experiences. So I went to ASU and got into the BIS program, the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. I started in spring of 2011, graduated in 2013. I graduated summa cum laude. I was the graduate of the year for the College of Letters and Sciences. At that time, this program was housed there. Now it's housed at CISA. I was also basically the academic of the year, academic excellence for African American studies. That was the College of Social Transformation. My concentrations were human rights and African American studies. I then got accepted to Howard University in Washington, D.C. I took my, hang on. Hey, I'm doing my first video of my class. Let me call you back. Okay, bye. All right. I dragged my youngest son out of I raised two sons myself in 2004, 24/7. My eldest graduated from ASU in 2015 from Cronkite degree in journalism. My youngest, who is in there behind that door, sleeping, of course. He is at Barrett, and he's taking history. Um, and Barrett is the honors college at ASU. But I dragged him out of eighth grade. We went to Washington, D.C. Didn't last. Being a single dad, my other son was here. I decided to come back. I did my master's of interdisciplinary studies at the West Campus. By the way, we're looking to start one in our program to a master's. And I got my master's 4.0. Hey, pat back. I then got a job at ASU. They hired me as an adjunct and full time. And I'll never forget my 88-year-old auntie um, who said when I was like 58, oh, I always knew you amount to something. So my high school GPA in my junior year was 0.818. I spent most of that year in the pool hall and skipping out, doing other things that were more important at the time. So here's the gist of it. Whatever career you want to get into, I've been there. Trust me. Sales, artist, law enforcement, okay, chain of command, management. All right. If you're starting your academic career a little later in life, okay, 52 years old. If you're a single parent, did that. Okay. Um, so let's get on with it, right? That's about me. You get to tell me about you in the opening discussion board. Um, so this video will probably be a little longer than some of the other ones. Overview of this class. Okay, we use this textbook. If you were in my 301, we used it. We're going to go over a lot of the same things. Why? Because when you learn how to drive, you went out, you drove, and then you took your test, right? You were done. No, you practiced. You did the same thing over and over again. You went through different stages, but always overlapping, maybe 2 steps forward, 1 step back, whatever it was. This is what I do here with Tanner. I want you to understand and absorb, assimilate the foundational concepts of interdisciplinary studies so you can sell it, because it's a tough thing to sell if you don't know how to sell it. I was at a family reunion back when I was still an undergrad, and I was, 53 years old, some 54, and ran into my cousin and cousin-in-law who were big shots in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and judges and professors. I remember he said, "Hey, so I heard you back to school." I go, "Yep." And interdisciplinary studies? Yep. So that's that field where you throw shit against the wall to see what sticks. I didn't have a comeback. I was going to say the jerk store is calling and they're running out of you. Seinfeld reference. I didn't have a comeback. Okay. So I guess an elevator pitch is nice to have, and hopefully we'll get you there on that. Okay. Between your 301, 302, you'll understand what this weird thing is that I say looks like grasping water, right? Slips through his fingers. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to apply some interdisciplinary skills, integrative skills. It's a trade-off. As many of you know, in my 301, my emphasis is on IDS equals integration. IDS, interdisciplinary studies, equals integration. Okay, they do, but they don't. But I want you to know that for the sake of getting to the next point of description, it's okay to use integration. Integration is more about the process. IDS is a field of study. Integration is a process. We integrate all day, if you want to call, multitasking integration, but we're talking about an academic scholarly version of that. But this is integration we're going to be doing. We're going to be experiencing integration, and we're going to use Tanner's 5 steps, Tanner's model, to do so. So yes, you're going to write a really long research paper, the longest one you ever wrote. People are just bailing out right now. They're cutting this thing, calling their advisor. No, but you know what? Like the classes before you that I just started doing this in the spring, you're going to say, man, that was awesome. Because you're going to write it step by step by step through the semester. When you put it all together at the end of the day, that's what it's going to be. And then you're going to write, oh my God, I can't believe I just wrote a 25-page research paper and it didn't even feel like it, It's like when you're a kid and had to get a shot and you were just like so freaked out, but then you got it, you're like, what was that all about? So we're going to get you there, and you're going to be proud, and it's going to be the pièce de résistance. No, I don't know what that is. It's going to be, your piece of work that you could use, hopefully, in your portfolios, in your, selling yourself not as a part of a resume, but you know what I mean, bringing those kind of things up. I think it's important to have that, that you can do a quality long-term project. 7.5 weeks is absolutely nothing for research, but you get my drift, right? Okay, so let's go right to Easter egg number one, and that is IDS equals integration. Okay, IDS equals integration. You're just going to write those down and send them in an email. No Word doc, nothing. Just throw them at me in an email. I'll take email from Canvas or your ASU email. I really don't want you to go too far off of that. So you're going to use your concentrations. You're going to, or you're not. I mean, I'm not gonna pressure you into you have to use them. It's probably a good idea, but again, you're going to find that when you get to the research topic, you're going to have a choice, a big list of things that I'm going to let you choose from, general topics. If you have something else in mind, you let me know. We work it out, okay? There's difficult things part of this class, okay? One is research. How many students have done research? Probably none of you, okay? Because like if you're in high school or other classes and where they say, hey, do a research paper on the Titanic. So you're like, okay, Titanic. Oh, let's see what they got here. Titanic. Oh, you got strength of steel on the ships. Oh, you got icebergs and weather. Oh, you got, all this stuff, right? And here's your research paper. What did you discover? Nothing. You just put a bunch of things together and you submitted it. That's not research. That's a compilation. Now, we use research every day in life. I'm going to research a trip. I'm going to research a new car. That's fine. We're not talking about that, okay? I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when it comes to academics and scholarly thinking and writing, when you go on campus, any campus, you see the research building, the physics research building. It's like these buildings aren't built on just compiling information. It's an act of discovery, basically. So you're going to add something new to the body of knowledge in your fields. That's the goal here. And we'll get you there. Don't worry. I'll tell you how we're going to do that, okay? And it's going to work just fine. I won't belabor it now because I'm already at 12 minutes. Oh my God. Okay, so that's Easter egg number one. The due dates. You'll notice that some people they're not thrilled with my due dates, how I due date things. Class is 6 modules, but I have an intro module and then 5 modules. The reason I do that is because the Tanner steps are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Less confusion to use this as an intro module, and then we'll go to step 1 in module 1, step 2, module 2, step 3, module 3, et cetera, et cetera. Just keeps it easier in your brain, okay? So the chronological nature of my due dates is in there so that you know what work to do before the next one. Okay, George Carlin had a saying, something to the effect of Mother Nature created time so that everything doesn't happen at once. All right. So I don't make everything due on Sunday because then you're just going to go, you're going to pick things to do. I'll do the easiest stuff first, do the hard stuff later. And then you miss the whole point of the chronological order of the lessons, which is to build on your knowledge. Okay. So if you have questions, I reserve the right to move due dates. I will always move them back, not towards us, make it more urgent. I always move them back, but that may only happen later on. Okay. And I will give you fair warning on that. The videos, worth 5 points. The Easter eggs. You send me the Easter eggs, I give you 5 points. If you see that I haven't responded to you or I haven't added those points, you can let me know. I'll double check and then I'll add them. Okay, it happens. It's a big class. It's exciting. There's almost 80 students, I think. Wow, I got you all bunched together. Wow. That way I don't have to do everything once like this. There's no due date. There's no late penalty on videos. Okay, just send them to me. Okay, don't freak out if it's not there, whatever. Just get it to me when I put it out there, and then I'll get you the 5 points. No late penalties. There will be late penalties on other things. If you were one of my previous 301s and I was very easy going on that, throw that out the window. I can't do that right now. Okay. The late policy is in the syllabus. There is a syllabus quiz that asks you what it is so that you know, that I know that you know what the late policy is. For quizzes, you can't be late. Quiz has to be done on the due date. I'm still deciding that because it won't let me go in there and change your score and give you a late penalty. And I don't want people to be able to do it at different days. If you want to do the quiz, you do the quiz on time, okay? There's only 2 quizzes, by the way, all right? Quiz 1 in module 2 and then quiz 2 in module 2. It's very simple, whatever. Okay. Formatting is going to be a big deal. You're probably going to read about me and, oh, this guy is formatting. Scholarly writing is important. We'll get into that. I provide you with a link to Purdue OWL. We're going to use APA formatting. I will tell you about what formatting I expect to see and what formatting I don't care to see. It's not as difficult as it sounds. I did not know how to format anything until I was in my 50s. If I could do that, you can do that, okay? And I'll help you. Schedule, okay. All right, module 1, the okay, the videos, textbook. Like I said, you need it. There's an ebook if you look in the syllabus for the link. It's half the price. Do the academic integrity, the syllabus quiz. Oh my God, it's running late here. There's a page for IDS 401. Take a look at that. Take a look at the Tanner model. Let's see, what else do I have in module 1 here? Okay, the Indigenous Peoples Day to replace Columbus Day tomorrow. I like that. All right, so all right, take a look. The learning materials. There's more reading in this module. It's not that difficult. It's like reading 40 pages or something like that, okay? You're going to review the disciplinary pyramid diagram. I'll go over that in video 2. You're going to review the disciplinary approaches diagram. I'll review that in video 2. Those are foundational conceptual imagery for this field, and you probably were introduced to those already. Read the one-page Meath article. Read the one-page Brian McCormick. Then Tanner intro and chapter 1, the 17 pages altogether. Chapter 2 is 8 pages. Chapter 3 is 14 pages. So that's 22, and 17 is 39. And then the introduction to Tanner's 5 steps is in the book. It's also listed here as a separate page. You want to take a look at that. That's what we're going to be working off of. Introduce yourself to that. And then later on, let me do Easter egg number 2. Easter egg number 2 is going to be vote. I don't care who you vote for, I want you to vote. Get used to exercising your obligation in a participatory democracy like this, okay? So let me make sure I wrote that down so I know what it was. All right. Yeah, we'll get into a lot more details and just go through this. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, okay, you can set up a Zoom with me. You can set up a call with me. You can email me. Don't text me, okay? My phone number's in the syllabus. Don't cold call me. Don't cold text me. Emails, you'll be surprised how fast I respond to emails, okay? They don't just sit with me. They might come back some of my emails might go back so fast to you that you'll think I have it set on some kind of auto response when you send me your Easter eggs. And I send it back to you before you can get your hands off the keyboard. These are my superpowers. Okay, so let's do this. Easter egg number 3 is contact your instructor. All right, that's if you want to and if you need to, you should feel free to do so. All right, I have no life. What am I going to do? It's pandemic. I'm old. I have underlying conditions. I can't do it. Okay, so that's it. Let me out of here. Football Sunday, but you'll notice the best team in football had the day off. That would be the Green Bay Packers. Forks up.